Hey all, I'm just gonna be watching this VOD of Frosty Fausting's 12 Melty Blood top 8. This is one I watch a lot. It was a really good tournament. And I'm just gonna go through it, watch, point out some stuff I noticed. There's gonna be a lot of stuff I won't notice, but hopefully y'all like this just kind of brief analysis type thing. I'll probably split this up into parts because it's a long VOD. But yeah, let's just watch this stuff. First match is Hitaro versus Scrot. This matchup, I haven't seen a lot. I'm sure they've played it a lot because they're both really, really good. But I haven't seen it very much, honestly. Let me turn this down a little bit. I would assume Optimal Sion is going to outdamage a bit, but I think CL's neutral is probably a bit better overall. I mean, JB is just, like, absurd. She got mostly, like, a lot of really stupid reversal options. It's really hard to bait all her wake-up reversals, but Scrot has a meterless DP, so pressure here. Oh, wow, the empty low there. That caught backdash, too. That was really interesting, actually. Empty lows are so scary to do just because, like, if you fall with not a button, first of all, they have a ton of landing recovery. Calls out the keys right there. They have a ton of landing recovery if you don't land with a button, so you have to have a button that will whiff on like ID or something. And also, it just feels like they're really slow in general. So yeah, just throws them twice. Some of the things I noticed about CCon, I've played her just like a tiny bit, practicing some block strings and stuff. She has a lot of good options, but it also feels like you can't commit really hard to some of your later normals and your strings without sacrificing the ability to convert properly. So I think a lot of the time when you see Scrot do pressure, he does a lot of just like dash up 5A staggers over and over until he gets something. Because once you start committing to like your 5B, your 5C, that kind of stuff, you get pushed out, and it gets hard to convert into like big damage at that point. But I could be wrong. Yeah, that was pretty ambiguous. I probably would have guessed the other side on that one as well. Just converts into the KD. Now, is he gonna heat or something here? No. Oh wait, he did. Baits that, but he's not gonna get a punish on that. Get a lot of meter from EX guarding it though. Good punish, or good conversion, I mean. Yeah, that was a lot of red life on the table, so I thought Scrot might try to do like a heat setup, but I don't think he could really get a heat setup off that. Not everybody has Nania 2C, 2 and 4A, where you just get heat and a meaty on a lot of characters, or at least a safe heat. That shit is pretty broke. Just doesn't want to guess him left, right, 2C. Good, what is that, 4C? Or 4B, the anti-air one. Hatharo is really good at catching those jump outs and pressure. He fiends for that shit. Whiffs the anti-air and then catches the double jump. Wow. That was nice. That was nice. He's gonna build just enough to have a meter 2 for later. Gotta respect that air throw under. Oh, that was where some risky keys to throw right there. He's got the movement speed to challenge those from that close. Good. What is that? J2C. EX shield's a key. Oh, this is. Oh, yeah, that barely killed. He actually could attack at the end, I think. But, like, who would guess that? I wouldn't. Just dash up 2A. I wonder which of them has the faster 2A. Probably. I actually don't know the frame data on either of their 2As, but. Good pressure. Jumps forward. Dive. That's it. EX shield 5A. Doesn't get a counter hit. Ooh, that was really well placed. Yeah, he just goes for that. It's burst bait, like they said on the commentary. Not a bait, but like just so you can't burst. Sometimes it's better to go for less damage just to guarantee that they can't burst, even if it wouldn't get them a ton. You just want to keep that pressure going. Don't give them opportunity. Barely kills. Alright, 1-1 here. This is first to 2. This early in bracket because it's started top 8. Winner's side, of course. 2As again. I wonder if they have the same frame 2A because they are just mashing on each other there. Leaves him in the air. That's a pretty good situation. He whiffs it a little bit though. Does the dive. ADP. Oh man, that was fantastic. That was wow, that was super good. He probably reacted the flash there and churned that out. That reversal is super incredible. Just does it again. Now he doesn't have the meter to do anything about it though this time. Just kind of backing off. Scratch just runs in. Good challenge. He kind of walked forward a little bit too long. Alright, let's see. Wow, that killed, right? The character does hella damage. Both pretty good meter situation. They're both playing C Moon, so they got fucking infinite meter. The YOLO is like double jump air throw or just like super high up in the air throw. That was super YOLO. Ill-advised. I wonder if he was reading like a... trying to preemptively read a Rising JA. Good tech on the air throw. Can't do anything better from there. Wow, and just did he guard break him there? I didn't actually catch that. Backdash. Good delay heat. That's something you can do as C Moon, is just delay heat on anything you want to delay heat on. Like, it's so good. Good damage for air throw. Hath's air control has been really good. Mostly with these air throw attempts, but they've been hitting. Wow, that anti-aired him from so high. Good EX shield. Don't guess on the left right. But you gotta be scared for Scrot to mix in the 5Bs. He does a lot on those. This time he gets the counter hit. What's the situation here? Oh yeah, that's nasty, bro. That reminds me of the F Hime, like float into air throw, and then you can do the falling charge J6B, or you can just empty land. Safe jump. Backside. Oh wow, the key was so good there. Scrot tried to challenge with probably Rising J or JB or something, and he just backed off instead, and he ate key for it. Yeah, just gotta throw some keys. Oh yeah, that was risky. I didn't think he would go for that many. Scrot is really good about shielding the keys here, in neutral and in pressure. Big damage. Oh man, the like. Hold on, I gotta go back. That was so nice. The like mini like the micro walk forward to kind of bait, like, is he gonna do something, and just whiffs his button. That was super nice. Oh, but that's a drop. Should be dead here if he properly converts. Oh, just safe. Yeah, nice. Good route, good route. Stability, boys, stability. That was super nice. Yeah, no, the walk forward was so nice on that. Oh my god, dude. I wish you got that conversion though. But that was super duper nice. Barely got the meter for it. Good recognition on his part. Hath wasn't quite max yet, so he couldn't burst or anything. Super good one. Scrot's neutral is just like so good in that matchup, it feels like. He doesn't really get hit by keys a lot, and he is super good at finding when to approach in neutral. I don't know, just the ways he does it makes it seem so effortless. Yeah, they're kind of saying some of the same-ish stuff. J-Bell versus Ada. Oh man. Of course, I've seen this VOD before, but man, FMA bleeds so hard here. 5G. Yeah, she does that. Ada does that. IDJ, JB a ton of pressure, especially after 2C. Like, do 5. He does, or they do 2B here, and then they IAD. Super nice conversion they do there. And into this, just stable. Is J-Bell gonna tech or not here? This question. Does not tech, just respects it. Not a crazy mix off of it. Didn't do too threatening of a setup off it. I messed around with Fhime a little bit. I was considering playing Fhime just like for the Nero matchup, but I don't think it's really worthwhile to learn a character for a matchup sometimes. It feels like might as well play who I'm better at. Stomp. Oh, charge overhead. Yeah. That's tough when you're like looking really hard for strike throw. Yeah, like that. And absolutely gonna bleed. Drops it, wow. OTG, but didn't get punished at least. Good delay. Where's that geyser? Ooh, barely double jumped up. JB is so nice. Same thing there. It doesn't get convert as well off it this time though. The double shield though. I don't know about that one. That was probably just a misinput, right? Misinput 2360 on the other side. Didn't pay attention to the side well enough. Or maybe, I don't know if you would even have to do that on the like original side. Alright, I think we're gonna see a tech here. No, okay. Respects it. Good shield though. Don't gotta guess left, right, just gotta guess high, low then. KD. What's the final mix? Just delay meaty. Not really meaty, but you know. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I gotta imagine this matchup is annoying, especially if you haven't played it a ton, just because especially in tournament setting, getting touched by Miyako sucks so much. Drops the 2C, 2A, 2C. That's a hard one. Another thing about FUMA, I think she's kind of a not good tournament character in the way that FUMA bleeds super hard and also your conversions are pretty difficult. Like, I would say upper end of the roster in terms of difficulty, right? You got to do a lot of fancy routes for the most part. I mean, you don't have to. You can do simple stuff, but like, if you do simple stuff, the problem is like when you end on like EX pillar, it's kind of a 50-50 for whether you go for a mix-up or try to catch the tech, because they can tech on the KD there. So to get your really good stuff, you got to do the hard routes pretty much. Didn't spend the meter on it. The only thing you can convert off that is, oh wow. Spends the meter anyways, though. Kind of a... That's like one of those decisions where you're like, oh man, I probably should have just spent the meter. Like, the only way you can convert off this falling 6B here, like I was talking about earlier, the only way you can convert off that is EX pillar. Like, B pillar is not going to hit unless they miss the tech for some reason. So it's like, ooh, they were probably like, do I want to spend the meter really? It would be so nice to go into the next round with almost 200. Like, that's right about where you want to be, right? Especially as Hime, who has a ton of good ways to spend meter. You got your 22A/22B, 214C kind of pressure. You got EX pillar for literally anything, pin them down in neutral, ender, stuff like that, add damage. And then once you get maximum, then you get those meter steal combos. But here they were like, I'll just save it, or maybe they just misinput, I don't know. But definitely then they were like, oh god, I probably shouldn't have saved it, because now you're looking at the life, you're like, that's 2 hits maximum. Like, that's a throw and another hit easily. So like, you're like, shit, man, I should have probably spent the meter. So and then they end up right here, they do spend the meter to guarantee it, so it's like nothing lost, but ooh, scared me. Yeah, got all the meter in the world. This is gonna do 1,000,000 damage now. Doesn't go for left, right. 5.8. This character bleeds. So yeah, like FUMA tournament, I would hate to be in tournament, have to do the 2C, 2A, 2C links, have to do your charge JC combos where you IAD cancel after that. You see Ada miss that sometimes, even though Ada has really good execution seemingly. Oh yeah, you can't forward tech on that. Neutral tech is safe, but you can't forward tech or back tech. But yeah, playing a character where your defense is kind of lackluster, right? As lackluster as it can be with a meterless DP, right? But that's a huge gamble when you bleed like this off of a normal hit. Oh, that backdash was probably... I want to say the backdash was a, like, what's it called? A, auto-corrected dash from the tech. Yeah, right there, crossed over. Probably tried to dash up 2A and got the autocorrect. It's really weird how autocorrect dashes work in Melty. It's very hard to get used to. Sometimes you just look at yourself and you're like, wait, why am I here? Fantastic combo. That was a really good route. So, the commentators always say this kind of stuff. They're always like, this is so cheap, which it is super cheap, right? You'd steal all their meter and you get a setup. But then like, you get to charge to 100 and you get a 4-way mix-up. And it's like, if you want to set up a good mix off of this, you realistically can only charge to like 30 to 50-ish if you're like doing it really well. Like, which is why you see Ada like charge to like 20-ish and then go for a mix, or just charge. Yeah, like doesn't even charge here because you want to get the mix down right. Like it doesn't matter if you get 20 extra meter if you're gonna mess up the mix, right? Like if you charge to 100, you're gonna get like maybe a meaty if you timed it all super properly. Like you don't get both of those things. Let's not exaggerate here. I like this Oki. Yep. Surprised he didn't block high there. Probably tried to EX shield interrupt. No, they didn't have meter to interrupt. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe just didn't fuzzy block it quite properly. What are we looking at here for round start? JB. I like the JB usage here. Let's see what they do here. Does it again. That's kind of like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to know. You had to know that they were pulled out of the corner slightly there. Yep. Definitely pulled out of the corner there. Yeah, the falling... So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the only way you can recover fast enough from the air throw to get the falling J6 charge 6B mix is off of float air throw. Right? Because you do jump, double jump, string, float, cancel, air throw. They did JA air throw, but you know. So yeah, that's when you gotta like really be looking for it. I think honestly, you can block high here for pretty long. I think this mix is not super good because if you look at the range that they get left at, they're right here or so. You don't like this is maybe if you're lucky tip of 2B will hit here and you could do a low mix, but 2C is a mid, and so you're left with 2A and 2B to enforce the low. But so really you could be stand blocking here well until you hit them see the ground. But it's like being familiar with the character. J-Bell might not have a ton of super good F-Hume experience or just isn't familiar with this particular setup, although this is a pretty common setup. So you can really stand block here for quite a while, right? You got time till F-Hume lands and then does dash up button. So not the most threatening setup, but it's pretty strong for sure. And you'll see sometimes F-Hume players do like whiff JC to get you stand blocking and then try to enforce a low, but I think the low mix is not super threatening. It's definitely kind of hard to fuzzy block, I would guess, just if you're trying to fuzzy block with like a normal high-low timing, right? Because, I mean, this is quite delayed compared to just landing, but you got to think about what you can do off of landing. So why are you still like crouching at that time? So yeah, gets hit by it. Tech? No tech. I wonder if J-Bell knows you can tech off that. I wouldn't risk the tech either, honestly. Even if I did know about it. Good shield bait. Tech's that time. Which, that was a bit odd. Oh! Mashing shield. Oh no. Very close to enough meter. Yeah, and that's dead. Yikes, that is super rough. That's the thing, they had control of that whole round, and then bam, twice. Commentators talking about that too. Good tick throw. Interesting route. I don't think they probably wanted that. Unless that's like max damage. Wow, that clash? I don't know that clash with that. Oh, that was super nice. Thought you might see a guess on the shield there. Because we really haven't seen the low option very much off of really any of this mix, honestly. We have not seen the empty low option much at all. But I mean, you really don't want to guess low on high-low, right? Like, you want to guess high most of the time, because if you get hit by the high, you'll die. It depends on the game, right? In a game like XII, if it's like empty low versus late air dash, like there's a significant damage disparity there between getting hit by empty low, like 2k 5h sweep versus late IED, JS, JH, then all that other garbage. Like, that kind of deal. Same thing here. Normally, aerials are going to be a little bit of a better combo starter for the most part in terms of damage output, but yeah. Honestly, if I was J-Bell, I would probably take away from that. Man, I got my shield baited like once, and it was into throw was the shield bait. I took like 1.8 off the 2C or something, and then I teched out and I reset the situation. Like, I would be thinking, okay, they're not going to stop me from shielding that hard. Like, they stopped me once, but it was very minimal damage. And they're doing high options like 5 out of 6 times. But, you know, it's risky. And it's hard. Reversal timing shield is kind of difficult. Misses the IED cancel there. See, that's another thing with the combos being kind of hard. Right? To convert off of that, you can't just air dash cancel this. You have to IED cancel this to convert. So they probably did it a little bit too early here. This is how I always drop it when I drop it. So, but like, very used to picking up off it anyways and resetting the situation. So they just do dash up IED, and then the JA, JB stuff is going to come out. Gets hit, but got hit a little bit high, so it didn't look like a convert really. And see, this is another really good round, but all that. Let's see. Oh! That was interesting. Yeah, the commentators are just saying that, like, definitely a misinput. Oh, that charge was scary. That probably wasn't accidental. They probably just wanted to cancel out of the charge often. If you watch Ada play, Ada a lot of the time loves to charge DP because A, getting meter as Hime is so nice, but then also like you bait them to jump at you, you destroy them with your huge air unblockable DP. See, like, that's kind of the other part of the mix, right? You can do like the empty low option, but like that's not a low because it's 2C, you gotta dash up, so you can comfortably stand block a long time here. Ooh. Oh, that was crusty. That was super crusty. It's fine though. I guess maybe you could be scared of empty jump geyser there. That would be a low option. That would be kind of scary. But at the same time, you like as the Hime player, you really don't want to have to go for that, just because you don't want to be like what geyser is -17, like -5 if you flow cancel it. You don't want to have to geyser on block there if they guess right or react right on your 50-50 after air throw. You really don't want to have to geyser and just like lose your turn for sure. But I don't know. Good match there. Good match. Love watching Etta play. Very cool. Fime is a super fun character to watch. Although I know a lot of people hate her more than I do because she's pretty oppressive to a lot of characters. But is this Choco Incognito and Fox? No, it's Aki. Oh! Yeah, there's Mech Hisui, not Hisui. Whoops. Standard pressure. Oh man, that was nasty. Oh, that was definitely a misinput. Yeah. Yeah, Spooky here definitely has kind of the same sentiments I do. I hate fighting F Akiha. This character is so annoying. Just like so much health, such consistent pressure in the corner, and good ways to spend meter to extend pressure, that kind of thing. Character is just really annoying. Solid damage, not great, but solid. Good setups, all that kind of stuff. The annoying part to me really is just like how godlike her air buttons are. Her JC and JB are so godlike. Sometimes with my Nania buttons, like, there's a lot of angles I can't deal with JC or JB at very well. So I'm like, oh man. But also, the character just is good at forcing the situations where you want to push stupidly. So that also kills me a lot. Catches the jump a little bit. I don't know a ton about C-Mech. I know this character is, like, kind of decent. Has some stuff. I played against them decent number of times before, but she's got the budget Kohaku JB, the fan thing. She's got the hammer. Oh yeah, there's that. That's for tech traps too. That was weird looking. Yep, ID, left, right. Yeah, that is hard to guess on. I don't know the trick behind that one. I believe the charge chainsaw is overhead. I could be wrong. I don't think it is, actually. I know the hand thing that looks like a grab or whatever. The charge version is overhead. Kind of got smoked. Character select, huh? Probably just taking a minute to think here. Yeah. Change the stage. Ooh. Spire Ouroboros. The stage is like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. But I'm not super crazy about it. It's a little bit dull. Wow. That was over, what, 2A, 5A or something? No, just dash. You don't see a lot of round start ID. That was a super low ID too. I wonder if that's a mech thing. It's gone on the same side on both those ID mix-ups. I wonder what the criteria is for, like, the actual other side part. Because I've definitely seen it before. Ooh, that was super good delay. So cope? Yep. Oh, man. You really wanted to convert off that. Getting hit by the second hit of these 2Bs a lot. Wow. I didn't know that worked like that. That was super good recognition. Although I don't know if it was... Nah, it was probably worth the meter. Oh, that's a really bad drop. Like 2 resets here. There's the left. So that was... Which ender was that? That was, shock hand. Like, it was, I think it was the bunker thing into shock hands. Let's see. Yep. Bunker thing. Shock hands. They're still pulled out a little bit, yeah. Especially from the bunker, but it looks really close to being all the way in the corner. But they're not. A reset here? Yeah, reset. Overhand. Yeah. That's so hard to guess on because it's like... At what point... Like, they have so many opportunities to end the combo. Kind of messes it up a little bit. 2A. I wonder if it should be 5Aing a little bit more there. Oh, that was a bad backdash. That was a backdash that JG would yell at you about, right? Right here. You're minus after backdash, buddy. You're minus after backdash, buddy. Come on, friend. You wasted all those frames, that kind of thing. So yeah, backdash, push a button. I don't know why you're pushing buttons there. Maybe he guessed on a shield. Let's see. Same side again. So now the question is there a super viable, like, not same side off it? Like, can you cross up actually consistently off that? It's been only front so far. Fox, lot of red life and very close. Oh man, this is scary. You don't want sniped here. Now you're max. Yep, there you go. This is 2 full combos. Can't catch the tech, of course, but you can run up this all back now. Super respectful from Aki here. Oh, guessed right on the empty low, but it was 2A, so you can still shield 2As either way. Super good run back. You gotta wonder, Aki played a little bit too passive there. Like, and those, like, you can kind of create those comeback situations sometimes when you don't press the issue. Like, if you play super passive and like try to play it optimally, like, okay, I just gotta not get hit kind of thing, you kind of open up more opportunities for them to hit you. Good heat. Yep. Budget Kohaku JB missing or hitting a little bit. Scary backdash. Yeah, Spooky is commenting on the same thing. He's moving a lot now. Oh, the jetpack is so nice for that. It's super nice. I definitely get tech trapped by that all the time. Dash up, huh? Yeah, that could not be what he wanted. Tech buttons. Missiles. Can't really do anything off shielding the missile though. Like, that's almost worse. Yep, blocks the overhead. Shots by the crossbow. Intentional reset, maybe? Yeah. Oh no. Funky Day Kuyo. Okay. Game 3. Oh man. That was. Poor Fox, bro. Look at him. Just look at him, man. Like, his heart's got to be given out after that one. That was 2 rounds in a row he had to clutch out for no reason. ID round start again by Aki here. Like to see a little bit of adjustment on that. You know, one of the things about Melty that's so fucking crazy and annoying sometimes is that round start situation where if the other person decides they want to be right next to you, and you're like, well, what's my RPS here at point blank? Like, is he gonna jump? If he jumps, he might do Rising JA, and then he enforces his turn if I have to like jump block before or if I do a jump slow button, I get blown up, right? But then it's like, well, do I instant air throw to catch that and blow him up? Well, if I do that and they just sit there, then I get blown up for whiffing an air throw. And then it's like, you don't really want to be on the ground because then it becomes a game of like frame data and spacing exactly. If your point blank throw is the best option and not super risky, right? If they like rising anything and you do throw on round start, not really a problem. Unless they have like specifically a throw in full move or something. But so then it's like for me, I'm playing Nania, so my 2A is 5 frames and not a low. So I'm like, I really don't want to be point blank. Whereas some characters with like 3 frame, 4 frame 2A would rather that situation. For me, I generally just try to make enough space to where I don't have to guess on that as much. I'd rather put myself in slight disadvantage of like being closer to the corner than have to guess on the round start. Okay, I randomly ate 3K and I'm in the corner. It's tough though. It seems like Aki is definitely gravitating towards round start IDJB. Blows up the 2A option, blows up the throw option. Probably doesn't blow up Rising JA. Definitely doesn't blow up Rising Air Throw. But and it also caught Fox one time with a crouch block, so it's a pretty interesting option. Definitely working out for Aki here. Oh man, the cross under. Good staggers. Aki is playing like that's honestly that's the kind of thing you will learn probably playing Uni more than any other game, is getting a feel for those timings of how many times can I 2A dash up before you get sick of it and decide to mash. Like, a lot of French bred games in general focus on that, but for me in specific, it was from playing Uni that I got a really big feel for those timings, because in games that are a little bit crazier, like Guilty Gear and stuff, and maybe like Street Fighter, like 4, where there's a ton of options for reversals, it's kind of like that it's emphasized a little bit less because it's more about character specific options. But here it's just kind of like, do you want to jump or mash? I'm waiting kind of thing. And Uni in specific, even then, jumping is bad because jumping out of pressure is terrible in Uni for the most part. So from that game in specific, you will figure out how to break people's timings of how many times can I dash up reset on you? How many times? And then right there, that's the final one that they get tired of it. I always find that kind of stuff really interesting. Oh, wake up throw. I wonder if that if Fox was actually minus there, or if he just mistimed a meaty and Aki got pretty lucky with the wake up throw. Choke slam, okay. Yeah, you can tech out of that. I don't think CMET can do really anything about that tech out of there. Good conversion. Spends it for the health. Unblockable, wait. That setup's cool. I love that arc drive so much. All the command grab arc drives are so cool. What's the round start hit? Fox never blocking that second hit of 2V. Like, actually getting hit, like, every time, it feels like. Empty jump dash up throw. That was pretty nice. Again. Oh, man. Catches the backdash, but it was airborne. Alright. Crossover. Throw into the corner. Honestly, that's one of those things where it's like, in this situation when you see them and it's like, I am now heading towards mid-screen, you gotta be looking for the throw so hard here, because you're big percent chance that your opponent who is pressuring you right here is thinking, there's nothing I want more than to throw this bitch into the corner and start corner pressure. Because if I continue my pressure, even if I get a hit on mid-screen kind of thing. So you gotta look super hard for the throw here, because you know they want it. Whether or not they go for it, right? But in general, Aki is playing really passive on defense, which you kind of have to against F Akiha to some degree, but it might be to their detriment. Yeah, I was going to say, very interesting of Fox to respect that, because that looked super, like, jumpable. Oh, the early shield. See, this is... The defense here is kind of suspect. It feels like one of those overcompensations that you make sometimes. Like it's like I'm driving on the road and I swerve a little bit to the left and it's like, oh, I'm swerving a little bit this way too much, and then I just fucking throw the steering wheel the other direction and I'm completely off course again. It's like that, except it's, oh, I sat and I blocked 2A, 2A, dash up, 2A, 2A, dash up, 2A, 2A 3 times. I should stop being as passive. And then it's like, wake up, doesn't even look at the screen, immediate high shield. Like, you gotta find the right place to autocorrect too. You gotta, like, I think you want to jump from, like, from a level of, like, say, I'm gonna play super passive to, okay, I'll guess on the second reset or something, or I'll guess on the first reset. Don't jump straight into guessing right away on wake up. That is kind of the easiest place to get baited at. And personally, me, when I'm looking for reversals, it's after they were too passive the first time, because that auto correction is super common, right? Because they're like, well, shit, I was too much this way, now I gotta fix it, and now I need out kind of thing. And, you know, fair enough, he just kind of, sure enough, he's, where was this at? Gets hit here. Blocks this. A little bit after that. Dash up block, I kind of like that. Just because it throws off their jump. But yeah, sure enough, did a super delayed meaty. Not meaty at all, but it's going to blow up most of your options for a bar A. 2A doesn't convert here. This range is super dangerous because, yeah, literally anything kills. Super good set. Really good adaptation by Fox for sure. They are shaking hands right now. They are shaking hands right now. I love Aki's shirt. Super cool colors on it. Really nice pattern. Super cool. Oh man, that was a really good set. We're at like 40 minutes here. Suppose I'll end this for the first part of it. We'll watch more of this at some point. Got through like 30 minutes of it, right? 3 matches. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope I had some helpful info for the most part, or just like went through my thought process decently. If I made any mistakes, I'm still pretty new to this game, so I don't know, reply in the comments or something. Let me know. I'd love to hear your input. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.